Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Microphone here. Go in there. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And it's really not possible to describe, at least for me, what's going on here. I said, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. You have to experience it, really. You can't really describe it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
To the temple and see if that bookstore is open and see if they have a Sri Krishna
Samhita.
Yeah. You think it would be open?
No.
When do they open it?
Usually on Sunday.
Really? Only on Sunday?
But you never know. Maybe somebody's walking around and has a key.
Okay. We'll give it a try. We'll take the bike.
Be careful on that road. Be real careful.
Yeah, I will. Okay.
You all right with that?
Yeah. I'll do the bike a lot. See you in a little bit.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It's a family, you know, it's Krishna's family. And Srila Gaurahari is Krishna's representative here. I mean, he's Krishna's working through him. So, hey Dee, hello. We're having a really good time here in Florida, I tell you. Yeah, it's one big happy family. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And it has a tendency to reach out, you know. The mood of devotion here, it has a tendency to want to increase, you know. It doesn't want to stay exclusive. It wants to be inclusive. And you can feel it happening. it's pretty exciting. So we're going to ride the wave, you know, ride this wave, knowing that we have to depend on Krishna. Can't get attached to results, can't get attached to anything material, forget that, and just depend on Krishna, making the arrangements. All we can do is desire to serve Krishna and please Krishna. At least that's, I'm pretty helpless. I can't do anything else. If I try to do anything, I just get in the way. And I get all kinds of boomerangs. I just try to stay out of Krishna's way, you know. Don't get in his way. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Let's try to serve Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Having a lot of fun. Just go with it while the mercy's flowing. Go with it, because Hare Krishna is great association. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You know, Prabhupada would talk about a society based on love and trust. Just getting a little bit of a taste of it here. Hare Krishna, love and trust. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. If you get even a little bit of a taste, you want more. I mean, you can drown in a drop of it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. This association is more like immediate family. And there's a community here, and it's all family, but they're a little more distant relatives. This is like an immediate family. Hare Krishna, spiritual family within a larger context. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And it's nice, it's really nice. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Everyone kind of, in a natural way, has different activities that they relate to more. Like, I do like the gardening, and I fix things, and, you know, kind of like that. Like this afternoon, I have to reinforce some poles that are holding up shelter over a travel trailer that we use like as an office or a private meeting place, whatever. It's out in the back. And it also, if somebody needed a place to stay over, they could stay there. So I put a canopy over it, a metal roof, but it needs reinforcing. So I'm going to go to Lowe's. I'm going to get, you know, some bolts this size, and I'm putting the 4x4 in the ground. I'm going to bolt it to the, like that. And then the garden, you know, out there pulling the weeds and watering, and, you know, stuff like that. That I relate to that kind of activity. And Janaki, she's in the kitchen. You can't get her out of the kitchen. She's cooking banana bread. She's cooking stir fries. She's peach cobbler. You know, she's in the kitchen. Nobody's complaining about that. And Sachi, she leads a beautiful kirtan and supplies in so many different ways support, economic support for Srila Gaurahari Das, and likes to take care of the animals. She relates to the animals. And her outreach, just naturally people are drawn to Sachi. And so she's getting a whole list of names of people, like she's going to bicycle over to the temple now who knows who she'll bump into over there, get their telephone number, and before you know it, invite them over. We have a program every night at 6. And last night, we had a couple people come over. It was real nice. It was really sweet. I've been reading privately with such a sweetheart, Rukmini. We've been reading privately. Even before Gaurahari got here, we were reading privately. So we do that on Monday nights. So we did our reading, and then we all went in and had kirtan together. And then another couple that lives nearby that's been following some of the broadcasts, they've been over here 2 or 3 times. They came over, husband and wife. And it was just a very pleasant evening. There was prasadam and kirtan and chanting, and Srila Gaurahari was speaking these different conclusions on this platform of spontaneous, ecstatic worship of the Lord, rather than simply relying on behavior modification from the outside, the rules and regulations. It's more from the inside out. There's 2 different paths of bhakti. There's the rules and regulations path, which provides a safety net, and it's more related to like a religious practice. And then the more mystical part, the spiritual part, the mystical part, which comes from the inside. And that spontaneous is what allows a devotee to begin to enter into the actual prema bhakti. Can't get there from rules and regulations. It's a platform of, it's like a little safety net or a foundation, and it's a good entry point, but unless somebody goes beyond that into the more spontaneous experiences, the more mystical experiences within, then access to the Krishna Lila, the Vrindavan Lila, the Chaitanya Lila, it's kind of blocked. You know. Hare Krishna. We were just reading, actually Rukmini and I were reading, I think it was from something from Sanatana Goswami, that the only way to gain access to that spontaneous platform is either directly from Krishna or from Krishna's devotee. It can't be accessed by austerities or charity or doing monumental works or study and knowledge. It's not accessed like that. The spontaneous platform, it either comes directly from Krishna, which is very rare. That's what Arjuna had, directly from Krishna, or Krishna through a devotee of Krishna who has that. Because you can't give what you don't have. So, you know, you go to, what is it? Getting milk from the nipples on the neck of the goat. You're not going to get any milk from there. You know, it has to go to the right place to get the milk. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So that's the devotee who's empowered, who has this realization, who is advanced like that. And those are also very rare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. And that's what those of us who are hearing from Srila Gaurahari Das experience, that he is that kind of a devotee. He is a devotee who can open up access to these Chaitanya Lila, Vrindavan Lila, and Krishna Lila. He can open up access. So that's why we're excited to hear from him. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And I can't believe it, you know, they're all here with me in the house. I'm like, wow. Hare Krishna, all these really ecstatic devotees walking around. Whoa. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So we'll have another program this evening. We'll chant and read some and discuss, and putting invitations out. Anybody's welcome to come by. And now we have a Facebook page, Srila Gaurahari's Alachua Raganuga community. And it's a way to try to make some friends with the devotees here. Maybe somebody's ready for something more. A person doesn't have to give up what they're doing at all. All they have to do is add this. It's just another dimension. You know, if somebody's working, they work, you know, but they have access to this ecstasy. You don't have to give up anything, really. Hare Krishna, seriously, you don't have to give up anything. Just here. Just come in here. And the magic works from inside. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It's the great value of association. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Like, I know one devotee who says, they just want to have fun. Well, if you want to have fun, come here. Or, you know, view some of these videos, because you can get it from the video. Hare Krishna, it's live, especially live. Hare Rama, Hare, because you can interact. If you're watching a live presentation, you can make comments, you know, do things. You can interact, ask questions. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, just like you were in a room. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare. Okay, so Sachi took the bicycle and she's off down the road to the temple, seeing what she can get into over there, obviously. And we were talking about we might go to the Mongol Artik tomorrow morning. For me, it's like if there's Hare Krishna chanting, I can get mercy, whether the chanting's at the temple or chanting's here. It's just, who can I associate with more intimately and more of a loving exchange? You know, in that association, I'm finding here with Srila Gaurahari Das and followers, those of us that are taking shelter of hearing from him. But if I go to the temple, I can appreciate Krishna's name is being chanted, and you know, sometimes, you know, I'm just sitting in the back of the temple room and I just start crying, you know, because it's Krishna. You know, I can't relate in the same way to the devotees there, but I can appreciate Krishna. Hare Krishna is Krishna, you know. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So I haven't been for a while to the Mongol Artik, but, you know, we're talking about two of us going. Sachi's good in the temple community. I mean, we had this nice kirtan in the temple room for the deities on Sunday. Sachi led the kirtan. They wanted her to do Gaurahari, you know, when the curtains open and they're offering Kiba Jaya, Jaya. But she declined. I don't think she knows the song. She knows Hare Krishna really good. But they asked her if she would chant the Kiba Jaya. So something's going on there, you know. So it's interesting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And Gaurahari spent all morning yesterday with a group of devotees that live, they have 5 acres not far from here. And one of the men there is real good at fixing things, kind of a rough character, but he's sweet as anything. He's really ecstatic. He cries all the time for Krishna. You just say Hare Krishna and he's got like tears in his eyes. He's a really sweet guy, but he's like, used to be in the mafia, you know. I really like him, rock talk. So he's going to help Srila Gaurahari with his trailer. There's like a little leak around the air conditioner or something, I don't know. So Gaurahari was over there yesterday and just making friends with people. You know, they have a little morning program over there. Gaurahari said he sat in on the morning program and he did the morning program with them here. It was nice. He said he couldn't say much, but he went like this a lot. Did the Indian bobblehead program. Making friends, you know. It's good. So Wednesday night, a lot of them are coming over here. And we do like, we've been doing this for a while, Mahabharata reading. We're just making friends. We got to make friends with people. Then they can hear. First comes the friendship. Then they can hear. A lot of devotees are coming over on Wednesday, I hope. Yeah, I know some are coming. We'll see who shows up. And we'll do our regular reading and may have a little kirtan and kind of become a little more friendly with each other and start to, let the guards down and let's just trust each other, and appreciate each other in our efforts to serve, even if we're doing it a little differently. And then Krishna can help us. Right? Krishna will help us if he sees, our hearts softening a little bit toward each other, being, so Krishna will help us. He'll make the arrangements. So, it's enough with the demons already, let them go do whatever it is they're going to do, it's enough. It's too much work dealing with them. Let them go bless somebody else for a little while. The other thing is, if you get enough of a core group, and the demons are outnumbered, they don't have much potency. I mean, they can come into the group and make a little bit of a stink, but they can't take it over because you've got, a core group and they really stick out like a sore thumb. So let's get a little bit stronger here. And Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And if a demon or two, floats in, it won't be a devastation. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram. All they want to do is argue anyway. They don't want to hear anything. All they know is just argue and fight things. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram. They have a little bit of a love and trust issue. They got a lot of issues, demons, control issues, anger issues, fear issues, lust issues. Oh my goodness. I was thinking about it. All these things are connected. They make these decorations that you hang from the ceiling like a mobile. I think they call it a mobile. You ever seen those? And when there's like little things hanging, crystals and shapes and everything, they make them artistically, differently. And if you pull on one, they all dance around, when it's hanging from the ceiling, this mobile. It's kind of like that, If you've got the lust, and you pull on it, you've got the anger and the greed and the fear and all of that too, because it's all connected. You pull on one, all the other ones dance around too. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. So, yeah, they're all connected. Hare Krishna, Hare Kakati, Hare Bo, Chai. I was going to go off now. Afternoon is when I get to do things because it's really hot here. It's Florida. In the afternoon, the sun starts to go. The sun starts to go a little lower on the horizon, and it's not so hot to work outside. And I hear Janaki in the kitchen. She's cooking lunch for Srila Gaurahari. And Sachi's on the bicycle riding over to the temple. And I'm going to be outside banging and hammering and sawing, trying to fix that roof over the RV. So, oh God, Krishna's making the arrangements. Just depend on Krishna. Be patient, be confident, be determined, and have really strong desire. Rukmini and I were reading about, it's called Lobha. It's greed. You have to be greedy for Krishna. Usually greed is a bad thing, People don't like it. No, greed, that's not good. But for Krishna, it's necessary. It's absolutely necessary to be greedy for Krishna. Without greed, you're kind of dead anyway. Either you're greedy for material things, it's like inherent, strong desire. Without that, it's like you're dead. You might as well just, be in the Brahmajyoti somewhere. So yeah, we want that greedy. More. What's greed? give me more, more, more. Let me look it up. I like to look words up. I think I know what they mean. And then sometimes they have other meanings to them that really makes it even more interesting. So what is this greed? Okay, the first one, definition is material. So, well, it says intense and selfish desire for something. Yeah, you know, the impersonalists, they want to become selfless, right? No self. They don't have it. They don't have that strong desire for Krishna. Because in a relationship, there has to be two. There has to be the self and the super self, Krishna. So, if the self doesn't have strong desire for Krishna, it has to be greedy for Krishna. So, intense and selfish desire for something. And then they give the material, correlation, wealth, power, or food. Now that kind of connects. If you take that last one, greedy for food, that implies hunger or appetite and also taste. So that kind of fits. If you just sort of flip the switch from material to spiritual, you get greedy. You want that nourishment, that spiritual nourishment. You want that taste of Krishna. That's the food. That's the food. So we're greedy for that food. Wow. I like that. Yeah, we'll go on the food one. That was tasty. Greedy to taste Krishna. Greedy to taste our relationship with Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. I'm going to run with it. I've got the thread. Krishna tossed me the ball. I'm going to run with it. Hare Krishna, Hare. I'm not going to worry about dropping it or things changing and finding myself out in the desert somewhere again. We'll deal with it. Whatever it is, we'll deal with it. Why? Because we're going to depend on Krishna, and Krishna's going to send help. And that's what he's doing with Srila Gaurahari Das and the Sangha. He's sending help. Hare Krishna. If you've been on the desert for a while, and you're just dried up like anything, whether you've stopped practicing the rules, or you're still practicing the rules, but you're feeling really dry. Like I saw one devotee at the temple recently that I haven't seen for years and years and years. I was so happy to see them. I said, "What's new? How you doing?" And they were like all bent over, like, the hunchback with the cloth in when Krishna entered Mathura, all bent over. And they said, "Working hard for Krishna." I was like, oh no. Working hard for Krishna. Jai Radhe, Devi Dasi. Yeah, it starts to get where you're actually experiencing it, Yeah, you're experiencing it, so get back to food again. We were talking about tasting Krishna. If somebody's hungry and they eat some food, nobody has to tell them. They know, oh, okay. And their hunger is satisfied, right? It's like that with Krishna. If we're actually tasting Krishna consciousness, then no one has to tell us. We know because we're experiencing it. Experiencing something extraordinary. And having association is really, really important to be able to taste that. It really heightens it. And thank God we have the internet where we can communicate like this. That's Krishna's arrangements. He depended on Krishna. That's why he built this whole internet and Facebook and everything else, obviously. No, seriously. There's a story about how Facebook came to be Facebook. And it has a lot to do with Zuckerberg going to India and taking shelter of a guru there so he could get some direction how to develop this Facebook. And that's a fact. Yeah. So you don't think Krishna's had a hand in this? The guy that created it, owns it, maintained it, had to go to India and approach a guru there to get some guidance. You don't think Krishna's got a hand in that somewhere? Yeah, he sure does. And the Steve Jobs, the one that developed the Apple stuff, you know, the iPods and everything. He would eat lunch. The devotees here at the temple, they've been maintaining a free lunch at the University of Florida for like 40 years, okay? So this whole area is pretty saturated, very favorable toward Krishna because they have a free food program. Well, it's not free now, but very small donation required for really good food for the students. And Steve Jobs used to go and get his lunch there. He was a poor student at one point. He would eat prasadam all the time. So don't think Krishna's working, you know? Don't think Srila Gaurahari Das has got that order from Srila Prabhupada to introduce this now? Don't think that's happening? Of course it is. Of course it is. Okay, Radhe says, I am never hungry, I don't eat much, so where do I find the taste? I don't eat much. I'm never hungry. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Do you ever feel alone? Like, I'm not talking about like food hunger. I'm talking about hungry for association and love and friendship. You know, or you're not satisfied in a relationship. That's a kind of hunger too. Hungry for good association. That's a kind of hunger too. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. I find sometimes at night, if I had a lot of, at night, depending on what the day was like, if it was a difficult day, I had to deal with a lot of energy. I have a slow processor. I have to process things. I'm a little slow. I might have a touch of adult autism. You never know. Probably do. And if so, there's a lot of stuff coming at me during the day, and I can't process it all. When I try to go to sleep, I can't sleep because my mind's still trying to sort it out, and it's very very frustrating. And then so I give up on trying to sleep. I'll get up. I say, forget it, not going to sleep. Don't worry about it. Don't get any anxiety about sleeping. Just get up and start chanting. And I can't even chant. All I can do is kind of like cry, you know, and sometimes making different sounds, just trying to clear out this chatter, you know, just trying to get free from it. It's like sticking all over me. And I get a little bit cleared out, and then I can actually chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, and you get a lot of relief. But it's a kind of, when a baby's hungry, you know, when they cry, you know, it's kind of like that. It's nice. It happens, you know, not all the time, but you know, every now and then. You just cry like a baby, you know, like a baby who's hungry for the mother, you know. The mother being Krishna. So, yeah. Hare Krishna. Let's look up that word hunger, since we're into word searches here. We think we know what it means, but sometimes, let me see. Okay. Of course, the first one is food. Okay, that's the first definition here. Dictionary says, hunger, a feeling of discomfort or weakness caused by lack of food coupled with the desire to eat. Okay, and then a second meaning, or a third meaning, is a strong desire or craving. That's a kind of hunger, craving. So that could be for anything. Example here is hunger for knowledge, yearning, pining, hankering, thirst, appetite, lust, want, need. Okay, that's all related to hunger. Yeah, so that helps to get a little bigger picture of hunger. Then Radhe says, chanting is difficult. Singing the mantra I like. Hare Krishna, whatever works. Whatever works. If that works, go for it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Look, right now I'm fasting because it just feels right to do. I'm just doing some green juice in the morning. I'm going to have to cut back. I was just reading, you can't overdo it with green juice because it's sometimes too high in potassium and you can wipe out your kidneys, so I don't want to do that. But I'm fasting right now. And so my eating food appetite, it shuts down. You know, when you fast, your appetite shuts down. But I'm not losing my appetite for Krishna. So they're not the same, you know, eating food. Part of the practice is to make formal offerings to Krishna and eat the food. That's kind of like the Vaidhi thing, to make that connection with food, to wanting to taste Krishna. But it really isn't necessarily connected to that kind of food. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. If you taste the holy name, then it's like eating, spiritually eating. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so Madhu and Radhe are having a discussion here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah, it's actually important to get that hunger back. It's for Krishna. Whether you can eat food or not, that's another thing. But it's really, really important. And if we don't have that hunger, we have to desire for it, seriously. Desire for that. Yeah. The other thing is, if we hang around association of people who do have that hunger, we kind of catch it from them, you know. It's like, we can catch it. If we don't have it, by hanging around, associating and hearing from devotees who do have that thirst, that hunger, then we kind of, you know, it starts to wake up in us too. Because you see, you know, it looks like they're having a good time, doesn't it? It looks like they're tasting something. Well, maybe I'd like to taste what they're tasting. and then maybe you get a little bit of a desire that way. Yeah, it's really how it works anyway. You can't do it on our own. It's either Krishna or Krishna's devotee or devotees. Yeah. Hare Krishna. But that really makes the difference, is that strong desire, greed for Krishna, hunger for Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, like a baby crying for the mother. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. I'm going to go off now because I have to cut some wood and go get some nuts and bolts at Lowe's, the hardware store. And I got to do a little, that kind of stuff. Till we meet again, Hare Krishna. May the thirst be with you. What is it? May the force be with you. May the thirst be with you. May the hunger be with you. May the greed for Krishna be with you.